Well, good evening. I'm Rick Dancer, and Merry Christmas. I know Christmas Eve is not until tomorrow, but we thought we'd do a show for you tonight, bring back something that I produced many, many years ago with photographer Kurt Richter. This is called The Strangest Reindeer of All. Of course, when I was a kid, being last name Dancer, I got ribbed a lot for my last name. And so I thought, hey, I'm going to make fun of this and have a good time with it. And what we did is we went out and looked for Christmas that looked more like Christ, more like the person that the holiday is supposed to be named after. We wanted to see who that was. So we found some interesting people we're going to show you tonight. Our show is sponsored by Buck Sanitary Service. If you're looking to have a wedding or a party and you need restroom facilities, you need showers, they can provide that for you. Also, Chris Dental Family Dentistry. If you're looking for a dentist who cares about your dental health and doesn't care about your vaccination status, he is the man, and his office is wonderful. In fact, when I move to Montana, I will be coming back to get my treatment from him. So anyway, we just want to kind of bless you and let you see this wonderful Christmas experience and kind of maybe make you think about Christmas just a little bit differently. Have a great Christmas holiday. We're off next week, and we will be back on the 3rd of January with new shows. So I will see you in about a week, and Merry Christmas. Who puts up with this? That's what I don't understand.
Bring the lion out, bring the lion.
Tonight on our show, we're going to have... Hey guys, don't you think it's kind of fun that you get to comment on the news? There's a cost. Oh yeah, there's a cost. People come after you. Like, I think that's why this is so much fun, is because... I'll see you at 5.
Reindeer are unusual. A little strange, actually. Odd-looking, out of proportion. They don't fit in. Do you ever feel like that around the holiday season? Me too. And we're not alone. As a kid, I took a lot of ribbing over my last name, Dancer, around the holidays. But it was okay. It made me feel important and somehow connected to Christmas. But the more commercialized the holiday season becomes, the less attraction it has for me. Like the reindeer, I too am a bit strange. I feel like Charlie Brown spinning my wheels trying to figure out how to do Christmas without all the trappings and trimmings. The older I get, the more real I need things to be. Truth matters. For the next 28 minutes, you and me are going on an adventure. A search for, I don't know, I guess I'm looking for something real about Christmas. You ready? We begin at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Eugene. Why? You're about to find out.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
We talked with singer-songwriter Tita Louisa Freitag about our search for a real Christmas. She surprised us and wrote a song about it.
Santa's reindeer on the rooftop, shopping malls filled with sparkling toys, cyber specials Monday through Friday, promising such Yuletide joy. If I stop and catch my breath, will things become more clear? Will my heart remember to make a difference while I'm here? I saw you on the news. You needed a coat, a gift, a place to live. Hard times have come upon you. What can I do? Ask myself, what will I do? Stop and notice, stop and listen. Feel grateful for what's been given. This season is a chance to open up my life. I saw you on the news. You needed a coat, a gift, a place to live. Hard times have come upon you. What can I do? Ask myself, what will I do? I saw you on the bring such Yuletide joy.
Whether you see Christ as a historical figure, or someone you follow, or a savior, his life and the celebration that bear his name have very little in common. Christmas is more about buying and selling and getting, and the stress than it is the things Christ represented, which were serving and giving and challenging the status quo and taking care of the poor. Christmas celebrations tend to focus on marketing, money, excess, and overdoing it. Christ was drawn not to the powerful and the mighty, but to folks who were often ignored. We heard a story about a man and his unusually large heart. His name is Billy. So you must be Billy.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy.
How you doing?
No, thanks for meeting me. I appreciate it. So tell me what happened when you met these people. It was
Well,
right here, right?
Yeah, I was right over here on the other side of the bushes here. I was sitting on the table, and they were out here just laying in the grass sleeping. And when they woke up, they came over and asked me if I knew where to find any blankets or anything, because they were cold and all their stuff gotten stolen. And at that time, I didn't know of any place that was open. So I thought, well, I got some sleeping bags at home in the shed that just sitting there. And so I went and got some food, some sandwiches and some chips and some drinks, and I brought it back to them.
Why'd you do that?
It's kindness in my heart. I just felt sorry for them. I don't have a lot myself, but what I do have, I don't mind giving it if I have it.
Now why? That's not real normal in our culture, Billy.
Right. Well, it's just the right thing to do. You know, it's not about me. I got a nice warm house to go home to, and they don't, so I didn't need it. I gave it to them.
But it didn't stop there. So then you got this idea with the church that you work for.
Yeah. I got together with my church, Willamette Christian Center, and talked to Bill Randall, and through November to December, we did a drive. We collected 45 sleeping bags, and we took it downtown to First Christian Center, and we donated it to them, and just in the nick of time, too.
45 sleeping bags.
Yeah.
Sleeping bags aren't cheap.
No.
So how do more people get to be like what you're like? It seems like we all want to collect and gather more and more and more. And here you're a guy, and you say you're of simple means, so you don't have a ton of stuff in your life, and you just don't care?
No, I don't care. I mean, if I have it and I'm not using it at the time, they could use it. Why not? Just give it to them.
So where does that come from?
Probably just uprising. I mean, I was brought up in a family that had, that didn't have a lot. And so I guess if you don't have a lot, you don't mind sharing it because you're used not to having a lot.
Would you describe your life as tough?
Yeah, my life's been tough. My whole family's life has been tough, but, we share. It's just the way we are. It's the way we're brought up.
So what's tough? Explain what tough is to me, could you?
Live check to paycheck, don't always have food in the house, going to food boxes, getting food out, from the food places and stuff like that.
And that's how you live?
Right.
That's normal for you?
That's normal.
It kind of blows me away a little bit, if I'm honest with you, because I think, how do you do that? I think that's amazing. That's why we're talking to you.
Right.
You inspire me.
Thank you.
I'm looking for what Christmas really is supposed to look like, and I think it's supposed to look like you.
If you're not going to use it, why let it sit and not be used?
That's kind of what the original Christmas was all about, wasn't it?
Yes.
Hope.
Mm-hmm. And giving. It's not about receiving, it's about giving.
And you really believe that?
Yes.
And you live it?
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
I like you, Billy.
I like you too.
Yeah, I like your spirit. There are a lot of Billies out there. They are the untold stories that rarely make it to the public relations desk. We found a couple of short stories that we want to tell you. Businesses doing the right thing just because it's the right thing. See the van? Those are the folks from Women's Space. That's the food mobile. Every year they show up at the Oregon Electric Station to collect all the fixins for a holiday meal.
That's really awesome that they do this every year. And they've been doing it, we can't even remember since when they've been doing it because they've been doing it for that long. So that's awesome that they care.
Because I made an artichoke dip. So just
The women at the shelter want to cook their own meal. OES gives them more than enough food for a feast.
I think I pretty much got everything that you could imagine for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Well,
Here's the best part. No one knows about it except Women's Space and the clients. Who else needs to know? We're just letting you in on the secret because we like you. All the shopping and the stress and to-do lists, that's not really Christmas.
Those are just things, and the impact that you have on people's lives, those are forever, so.
We found out about this event through word of mouth. Levi Strauss heard the Oregon Supported Living Program needed a tree. No one put out a press release or made some media event out of it. Don't you get tired of that?
Okay, perfect. Lori's in charge of getting the lights
They just
on.
did the right thing. Had no idea we were showing up.
We put together a donation jar. Went out to the woods and cut a Christmas tree for them. Just something that we could do to kind of help give back a little bit.
Sometimes we have so much public relation, it robs us of some of the joy of the Christmas season. We see so much, you almost become immune to it. And that's why this is so important.
Learning from our mistakes, maybe. The way we grew up as well.
Good deeds lose some of their luster when you talk about it too much. I'm not the only one looking for a more meaningful holiday season. The best part is right there on those faces. You don't have to explain kindness or goodwill to these guys. This is all about them, and they know it. It's easy to forget the meaning behind the tradition. Our culture craves marketing any celebration that it can. We sat down with a new friend of mine, Rabbi Yitzhak Husbands Hankins, to talk about the importance of the meaning behind our festivals.
There's a challenge for us all. There's a deep spiritual essence to the festivals. They really weren't about the marketplace and what we'll buy, what we'll consume. The lessons, the essence of, I can speak from the Jewish tradition, and I trust wholeheartedly that the Christian tradition has a parallel spiritual essence that is somehow getting covered by the materialism of our society today. For Jewish tradition, Hanukkah is about light in the darkness. It's about believing in a dimension of reality that's beyond material. It is about spirit. To indulge in what I would have to say from a personal perspective might be senseless consumption of stuff that has nothing to do with the meaning of Hanukkah would be a missed opportunity to really elevate the moment, to not diminish one another in this world, but to truly seek to see the best, the godly aspect in each person. And I would like to say that I think that that's what the Hanukkah light is, to help us seek and to look for and hopefully to see.
And I hope that in the Christian faith, that's what we're looking for, not another sale and another, another Christmas present for so-and-so. And it's, I hope that's what we're doing.
I'm sure that you are. It's a real pleasure to spend some time
Rabbi,
with
thank you so
today.
much for sharing this with us.
It's a delight to spend time with you,
Yeah.
truly.
Christmas is supposed to be radical. Christmas should be disturbing. Christmas is passionate, and passion isn't found on a Christmas list or at the mall. It's found in pain and in life, in good days and bad days. It's found in a willingness to start over. Mike played in a band for a lot of years.
I've been here 17 months, going on 18.
Now he's rewriting his life story in a program at the Eugene Mission.
Rolls of thunder. I've been to several treatment centers. I've been to 4 different inpatient treatments in my life. Glory and power be to you, the only wise King. Finally tried having a sponsor, doing all the stuff for 12-step. I really did. And the longest I could stay sober was about 4 months. Have our own living place. So it's really going to be a good deal.
But it's a commitment on your part.
It's a way of a commitment, yeah. You have to, so you have to be real about it. And I just couldn't stay sober. I spent 23 days at the Wayne County Jail. think it's necessarily always society's fault, but they get lost in the shuffle. Some guys go off and don't want to be, for whatever reason. Maybe there's been abuse, maybe there's mental illness. Some guys go off and don't want to be social. A lot of these people don't have any identity because people shut them out. For homeless people, people who have addiction problems that are in recovery, or maybe not in recovery, this is a real tough time of year, the holidays.
Why?
Because it makes them think of families they've lost, maybe better times. It's about putting a smile on someone's face, making them feel like somebody. It gives us that recognition. We're made to be in communion with each other. It's the way God made us. We weren't made to be apart. A lot of these guys have been separated out by themselves, and when they get acknowledged like that, it's that natural thing in all of us that God put in there, that someone else acknowledges us, and it's kind of the beginning of, well, at least they care enough to learn my name.
How important is hope? How
Oh, wow.
important is hope to people in your situation and the situations you see in the day center?
Well, without hope, there would be no point in doing all this, because those are the things that, you know, I know in the Bible it says it's things that we don't see, that we believe in, and that's hope. And without that, what is the point of life? I mean, you can't run on self-will. You're going to burn out. And these guys here, if they believe and they have hope, then they're going to make it through today and be able to get up tomorrow and do the same thing again. That's what a lot of us guys here at the Life Teams do. We get up every day and go, hey man, thank you, Lord. I got today, and I'm going to go out and make that, and I'm going to hope for a better tomorrow.
And I will adore you.
But come on, Rick, celebrations are not all about seriousness and introspection. They're about community and a willingness to stop and participate in what's going on around you. Taking time just to sit down and see the stuff that's happening on the streets.
They call me back to Santa. Come around by the break of day. Call me back to Santa. Make my rounds by the break of day. Keep all the little girls happy when their boys are out to play. Ain't like old St. Nick, he only come round by once a year. Ain't like old St. Nick, he only come round but once a year. With my presents, honey, every time you call me dear. Keep some change in my pocket in case the children are home. I get my $20 bill so we can be alone. I keep the back door open someone smells a mouse. Oh, Santa be in big trouble if there ain't no chimney in the house. There they call me back to Santa. Come round by the break of day. Keep all those little girls happy while their boys are out to play.
While shooting video for this special, we stopped in the Whitaker neighborhood of Eugene. We parked in front of a building we'd never paid much attention to and discovered another untold story.
It's hard to play out here. The Jesco rents the hall for NA and AA meetings, all 12-step stuff, and it's a fellowship.
So you're a heroin addict?
Yes, ex-heroin addict. and a crackhead.
And how long you been off?
I'll tell you, 5 years and 8 months.
So
5 years and 9 months.
what is Christmas to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick. I hated the holidays until I got clean. Christmas was sad for me because I didn't want to be alone. And since I've been clean, and I'm not bullshitting it, I've had great Christmas means to me being with all these folks. And it's good stuff.
So why do you get teary when you talk about that?
I don't know why. Just because it's a happy thing for me. Because I was looking for stuff like that. People have become friends here.
And you're all getting clean.
Yes.
Do you think people would be amazed what goes on in this building?
Would
here
they?
Here in the heart of the Wit is this little place that just is.
I think they would. Sometimes I'm amazed. I'm really so thankful to be here.
So isn't that what Christmas is really about?
Yeah, you're making me cry.
Because it's good, isn't it?
Yes, it's a great thing. Yeah.
So do you think too many people, maybe we live our lives too much on our own?
Yes.
Together. It's okay to depend on other people?
Totally. Yeah, that's this whole secret. Don't be in isolation.
That's what you didn't understand, huh?
That's what we do in our
I understood it, but I didn't know how to do it. That's the difference.
And now you do.
And now I do.
Okay.
Just be honest.
Merry Christmas.
It was great to meet you.
Yeah, it's Merry Christmas.
All right. Yeah,
really
it was
good
fun.
idea.
Christmas is supposed to be hope for the hopeless, not just another sale. It's about a second chance, or a third, or a fourth. Christmas is about changing the way you think of the world around you. A few years ago, while interviewing a man named Jimmy Reynolds, my view of life, God, and other people was changed by one thought. Jimmy has elephantiasis. I asked him, "What do you see when you look in the mirror?" Jimmy said something that rocked my world.
I was made in God's image, so therefore I must look like God.
Yes, Jimmy said he was created in the image of God. Therefore, God must look like him. I was floored. What if Jimmy is right? What if God doesn't look like all the paintings or the Hollywood stars or even George Burns, for goodness sake? What if God looks more like Jimmy Reynolds? You have to admit, that changes everything.
Imagine that.
Everybody's called to do something, and either you listen or you don't.
Instructor, she just thought I had something. She loved how I painted with my teeth, and she wanted to give me the gift.
I look at the paper, and what should I draw on you today? I need total physical care. That's something I cannot do. I can't run, always wanted to run. I've gone skiing before, and that's an experience. I could do anything I want to do. If you put your mind to it, all great things can happen. I pray a lot during my paintings, and
What do you ask God?
to bless this world. If the world was blessed, then everything else comes and falls in place. And I pray for my family. That's the kinds of things, and mostly peace. I was watching my daughter dance, and she goes, "I wish I could paint like you." And I said, "Well, I wish I could dance like you." And then it just hit me. Painting is my way of dancing. It's part of my soul. When my boy was 1 year old, he was all over the place, and I had to catch him, and he weighed 60 pounds. After 60 pounds, I could no longer pick him up. When they first see me, they see a scrunched up little body. I'm only 5 feet tall. My arms don't work, and most people are terrified to be around me. They're afraid that their kids are going to get whatever I have. And then they watch me paint. Most people, when they hit my age, are no longer walking. And I'm determined to break the rules.
So this is the part of the show where the TV guy is supposed to come on and tell you what to do next. But we're not going to do that because this was our adventure. And I think each one of us will take what we can from it and maybe change the way we think about and do Christmas. The other, Cindy Wobie, she came over from Florence where it's sunny and not foggy. And she owns Mon Ami Gourmet Deli. It's a place with great coffee, great soup. The soup is awesome. Good sandwiches and little trinkets. Why did you, we sent you a clip of the show and you said you wanted to be a part. Why?
You sent me a clip of Billy, and I sat there at my computer and I watched that. I grabbed a tissue. I said, wow, I want to be a part of that. I love that you're bringing these stories to light, sharing them with others. I wanted to support it, so thank you.
Not dancer, a dancer, a prancer, a preacher, a comet, a cubist, a donor, and blessed.
You need some work.
Yes.
But that's why you're blitzing. If you were a dancer, you'd be more attractive.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, you know what? Same
Just
to
that
you.
on.
There's no dancer. That's Dasher. I'm Dancer. We have issues. So the father of our offspring is going to be Rudolph. You are priceless.
Priceless.
You are priceless. Thanks.
Yep.
I like that guy.
Merry Christmas. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thanks for
All right. Yeah, it was fun.
Evan, happy holiday season.